What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you guys a little update. We're going to be going over Digibyte, we're going to do Litecoin, and we're going to do Omisego today. And we're going to be looking at these on like the 4 hour. We may get out to the day a little bit, but we're going to be looking at some different things I'm seeing here, guys. If you could, like, subscribe, all that. Each video, guys, we're trying to get those 100 thumbs up, and you guys have really been doing that, and I'm very appreciative of that. So we'll keep that going, guys. And we'll keep going after these, but these are three very good coins in my opinion: Digibyte, Litecoin, and Omisego. Those are very, very good projects, and that's just my opinion, guys, not financial advice. But those are definitely ones I would dig into and look more on the fundamentals and long term on those. But guys, what we're seeing here on Digibyte in the 4 hours, this chart here, I haven't looked at this in probably a week or so. You can see what we had drawn here. We were in that triangle, and we actually broke down out of it like we were talking about, guys. We were anticipating most likely a breakdown out of there just due to the overall trend and how it's been down. So now that we have that, guys, we came down, then we came back up. We tested this line again. We wicked through, and now we're getting pushed back down. We're going to see if we lose support at that 0.0093 that we have. Guys, if that support drops, there may be some people looking around here that 885, and then maybe around here, guys, around that 840. But in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I feel like we would drop hard, and most likely we would come down and we would test this bottom here around 774, and we could potentially have a double bottom out of there. So those are things I'm looking for. That may be where you want to start accumulating, especially for the long term, guys, because you know, we've went from 16 or 17 cents on this down to less than a penny. So, you know, we're in extremely oversold territory. But, you know, that's not financial advice, guys. I'm just telling you that we are on the lower end of the chart. You know, if you back this out, you can see that here, guys, we'll even do it on the 1 day. Take a look where we're at in terms of the overall cycle. So if you were looking to go long here in terms of investing over the long haul for the next market cycle, bull market cycle, take a look where you'd be buying coins. You can't really be too upset about that. You're down in here, right around where we had this rounded bottom, and then we had that big move up. And you can see these market cycles have just been repeating themselves. And this one here, guys, looks like a larger version of exactly what we had here. We had the massive spike, right? So massive spike. We came down right here, came back up. Here's that move there. Then we came to here, almost like that M formation. We went a little higher on this one here. You can see there. Came back up. And then we dropped down. And now you're seeing this right here. And we'll see if we get that rounded formation. But, you know, guys, when you're buying at that lower end of a market cycle there, you can't really be too upset if it's for the long term. And you're just holding it and say, hey, I'm going to hold this until the top of the next cycle, next time you see one of these take place. You know, you can't go wrong on that, but that's where we're at in the cycle right now, guys. So we really want to watch that support there around that 736 there, guys, that 0.00736, and then obviously down in here we would be looking again. And here, guys, if it got to this point, you got to be I would be loading the boat, because most likely there's going to be another spike, and you can see how fast these move, guys, the percentages that come along with these moves. We'll even just do the small one here. Take a look. And that's why buying low like that is such an advantage. So look at that gain, guys. 6,197%. That's why we're in the space. Alright, you're not going to find that hardly anywhere else. Maybe somewhere in the Forex market. I haven't studied that too much, but look at these gains, guys. Even right there, 1,700%. So what you think is, say you get in now, or close to where we're at now, even if we go halfway up there, you could be 700-800%. You know, you put in $1,000 and it could go to $8,000 very, very quickly. You know, these moves happen in within a month or 2 months. But that's why we're in the space, guys, because of the volatility of this. And you see how dry the volume is? So you're going to want to watch for this increasing volume. If you see that increasing volume, guys, it's most likely game on. And we could even have a larger market cycle than what we see here, because so far in Digibyte, they've been getting bigger each time. So that's what I wanted to bring to you guys on Digibyte. We're going to go over to Litecoin next. And you guys tell me what you think about all these projects. Have you really been studying them? Have you been taking the time to dig into them? Alright, guys. So Litecoin here is at 32.09 right now. We're down 1.17%. You can see with Litecoin though, we've had some more volume come in as opposed to like Digibyte and some other ones. We had some good volume come in here after it had been dry for so long here. But we still have key hurdles, guys, on the daily that I want to show you that we need to get up above. For us to truly be in a bull market for Litecoin, we'll just take Litecoin. We know everything depends on Bitcoin, but we're just taking Litecoin as itself right now. Litecoin needs to close up above this purple line here, this 200. That's key. Also, it's at $50, guys. That's a round number. So that's two psychological levels that could be very strong overhead resistance, and we also have it correlating with this resistance over here. So say we had a run up there, we could possibly have a fall off that, come back down, set a higher low, and then move back up. But for us to start that run again, we need to be up above this 200. We have not been up above the 200 since May of 2018. So that's the significance of it, guys. But take a look at this though. You can see which this is good news. Litecoin here, we have been up above the 50 moving average, and guys, we just have to take them one at a time. We got to get above that 50, then we got to get above that 100, then we have to get above the 200, and that's just how it happens. But right now we have been above the 50, and that area must hold like we've talked about. You can see we've broken out of some of the lines or trend lines that I had drawn here. Now we're just kind of moving sideways, waiting to make a decision. This whole market's been sideways right now. So that's what I've been paying attention to, guys. On Litecoin, you can kind of see the Fibonacci. See if we're above that 0.236, which we are. We're floating in that channel between the 0.236 and the 0.382, which is between $30 and $35 roughly, right in that range. And that's kind of just been the channel that we've been going in. We have lower support around that $27, $28, and then we have our upper resistance here. Definitely, guys, it's the 0.382 around 35, and then around the 0.5 around that $40, close to it, 39.28. So those are the things I'm looking for on Litecoin, guys. You guys know that Litecoin is one of my all-time favorite coins. I do believe that it's going to be very special once the bull run does start. But guys, as of now, you know, until the run starts, these coins can do great things and the price won't go up. That's a bear market. So right now, guys, we are above on the daily the 50, which is at 31.62. If you can see that line right here, we can zoom into it a little bit here just to give you guys a better look. But you can see we're having some tweezer tops, it kind of looks like there. See, we had some tweezers here, we have close to tweezers there. But we would want to close today above the 20 and also above that 50. So today's close is going to be a big deal, guys. And so far we are flirting with it. We are very close to losing that 20 and that 50. So we're going to have to see what happens. But we do have the 50 down here as support, the 50 moving average. So guys, that's Litecoin right now. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Just continue to watch those trend lines. You can even draw this one here if you want from here. And you can go off from wick to wick, guys. What I usually like to do is do full body closes. Let me see here. Let me get this one on a full body close. So about right in there. I like to do that more so than even wicks, but I'll do both sometimes, guys. I'll look from both angles, because some guys, they will go just solely off the wick. Some guys will do just the body candles or the candle closes. I like to look at both. Now, when I make my decisions, for the most part, guys, I'm usually doing candle closes in the full real body, because that's what I've been taught in the Japanese candlestick charting book. But it's good to always look at both sides of it as well, and then make up your mind from there which one you think is going to be more valid. So that's just me, though, guys. Next one we're going to go to here is Omisego. And guys, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I feel like Omisego during the next market cycle could have almost an Ethereum type run. I'm not saying it's going to get to the price that Ethereum did, but there's a lot of videos out there about Omisego. They have a parent company that's Omise that has been established. There's a lot going on, and it's also banking the unbanked. There's a lot of people who have cell phones but don't have a bank, and that's specifically targeting them. And guys, it's one that has had some hype around it. So during the next bull cycle, it's one that maybe could go a little bit crazy like we've seen some of these coins do before. So in my opinion, it's a good project. There's a lot of hype around it. It has an established parent company, so based out of Thailand, and McDonald's too, guys. I do believe McDonald's signed some type of partnership with them, but a lot going on for it. And remember, in a bear market, good news, just like when Litecoin got adopted by the UFC, you didn't really see a price spike. If that would have been a bull market, you could have seen a $50 to $100 move in a day. Price just will not go up in a bear market. That's what I want to tell you off good news. In a bull market, it's completely different, but that's what you got to realize. Okay, guys, so we're going to go to Omisego quick. See what it's up to. And guys, you can see it's at a cheap price right now, $1.26, and I do believe the all-time high was almost $30 at one point. Now with Omisego, we are holding this trend line that I drew a while back, a week or so ago. We are still holding that. We've had a wick down through it. So let's readjust this quick, guys. Let's go from real bodies here. Right in there. Okay, so that's what we need to hold. And you can see some wicks. People were buying that right there. But we do have decreasing volume. So we still have to look for a potential another leg down. Decreasing volume right now. Alright, now what we're going to do as well, we're going to step back and just kind of look. Alright. So guys, let's take a look at the overall pattern. We'll go all the way out and see what this looks like. And see where you would be buying if we were buying around this area. So look at this overall move, guys, and look where we're at. I mean, this has got to be close to the ground floor here. There's not too much more to give up. That's what people need to realize too. Like, you only get to a point where there's so much selling pressure, and then no one's going to sell anymore. Like, the hodlers are going to hodl, especially at this point, and there's just not too much besides a market maker or a Bitcoin guy who got in, 7-8 years ago and just has a ton of them and wants to sell. I mean, that's it. That's what you have. So, maybe that's why with that ETF we didn't get slammed completely, because there's not a ton of selling left. Take a look at this, guys. This has been downhill since April, and there's been no negative news about it. It's still going on. Great project. But take a look, and that's how powerful moving averages are. Guys, they'll show you how we've just been underneath that. Now do you see it starting to round out? We need to put in that bottom, and then we have to start making higher highs and higher lows. And until, guys, we close over around $3 on that 200 moving average, we're not going to be moving to the upside a ton, besides to test different areas like the 50 or the 20, different things like that. But take a look how far we have fallen on the Fibonacci. How much selling pressure is left, guys? We've dropped through the 0.886. We're down probably lower than the 0.93. I mean, we're about at the bottom. And that's where I'm starting to look at these coins to go, oh my goodness, I may be able to buy 100 Omisego coins for close to $100, and these coins could be worth $50 to $100 in the next cycle easily, in my opinion, guys. And that's just my opinion, but I've seen these coins run. I saw Ethereum go from $8 to $12 or whatever, all the way up to $1,400. So, you can't say it doesn't happen. I mean, this coin here went from whatever 13 cents or whatever all the way up to $30. So the next run, who knows, it could be a $300 coin, it could be a $150 coin. There's not a ton of them. There's only 140 million of them or something like that. So I'm keeping my eye on this, guys. Not accumulating yet. I'm still going to wait, but it may be a time for me to almost start dollar cost averaging a little bit and just starting to build a position in this, because $1.26 for Omisego, people were all through here for all those months, and over here we're paying, $10 to $25 for it. So it's at a great discount right now, in my opinion, guys. That's just my opinion. But take a look at the volume. You've seen the decreasing volume, all that type of stuff, guys. But that's what I wanted to bring to you. God bless each and every one of you. We'll try to do more in depth on these coins. I just wanted to get through some, kind of talk to you about what I'm thinking, guys. We have a lot of sideways movement today, so it's not a ton to talk about, but just wanted to voice my opinion and tell you all to take care.